Alright guys, so as you guys seen either in the last video or this video, I probably will put this one separate, just because I'm going to name it separately. I totaled my car earlier. If this video is separate, I will insert some of that footage and some of those pictures of my totaled car in this video to show you. But basically, somebody pulled out in front of me, and to avoid T-boning them straight on the driver's side door and like hurting him, I swerved into the next lane, and then when he came out this way, we kind of hit passenger side to passenger side, and it totaled my car. And again, I will insert the pictures. So here are the pictures. So yeah, as you can see from those pictures, it was pretty bad. It's totaled. It broke the axle. My brand new tires that I got the other day are pretty much fucked, to say the least. The fender fell down, all that kind of stuff. I've already talked about that in another video, but I have been driving a new rental. I made a video the other day of my rental, kind of talking about it then. But now that I've had a couple days to drive this, I got the car on Saturday. It is now Thursday, so I've almost had this car for a week. And I figured out a lot of stuff about it. So it is a 2020 Toyota Corolla. This was one of the newer options that they had at the rental car, and she offered me to choose which vehicle I wanted, and obviously I chose the brand spanking new one, because I never drive a car. It had 4,000 miles on it when I got it. It still has 4,000 miles on it, almost 5 now. So it is super new, super nice. I love it. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a car tour, since now I kind of know what I'm doing with this car, and I'll show you all the cool features of this car. This is not sponsored in any way, but Toyota, if you want to give me a free car and sponsor me, feel free to do so, because I love driving this thing. I have it till the 13th, I believe. So I have it for like another 2 weeks, unless insurance goes through sooner. Basically, I have it until my insurance figures out what to do with my vehicle, whether they're going to give me money or try and repair the old one, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the cool features on here and show you this car. So pretty much this is what it looks like when you're sitting in the dash. It's got this cool touchscreen here. It's got all these buttons on the side, a home button, menu button, auto, map, your volume, your scan. It's got apps, phone, track, and seek. And sorry, I hit a button, but it's all touchscreen. So yeah, I have my contacts set up to where I can call. It's Bluetooth audio. It has my Bluetooth set up there. It has my Wi-Fi or my network connection up there. It also has my battery life, all that kind of stuff. But this is basically what the home screen looks like, and you can go to audio, and then it will give you options. So right now I have
friends. You know what you're gonna...
Yeah, it has where you can type on there. Right now I'm listening to a podcast on my phone, so it's all hooked up from Bluetooth. You can go back here and choose different sources if you want to listen to AM, or, you know, if you want to go back and listen to, let's go to source, go to FM radio, and it'll pop up and you can set your presets. It's super cool. So I'll show you guys more of that in a minute, but let's start off over here. Obviously, it's got the power windows, power locks. The window lock is there. This is for the mirror outside. It's got this cool little thing. This is the dimmer switch for the inside lights. And then it's got automatic high beams. So this is how you turn it on and off. You can hit this button and it turns off. I've been leaving it on because when you have it on, it automatically dims the headlights when it detects lights from the other lane, which is actually pretty cool. It freaked me out the first time it did it because I'm so used to like flipping them back and forth. So when it first did it, I was kind of shook. So yeah, I leave it on. It's just nice not having to flip the high beams off when somebody comes. It does it automatically. So there's that. And then over here, as you can see, you got your light thing here, your blinkers. This is kind of like a standard. You can set them to be auto. You can set them up, or you can do them like manually. Or you can turn them off, which is down there. There's that. I always keep mine on auto because again, it's just such a cool feature. And then here's what the dash looks like. Super, super cool. It shows you here, as you can see, look, it's only got 4,000 miles on it. Brand spanking new, but this up here actually is pretty cool. This up here will track whether you go outside the line or not, and it auto corrects it for you. So let's say you are like half asleep or you're really tired and you just like kind of go outside of the lines a little bit, it will auto correct it and bring you back inside the lines. I found out that it is not super well on very curvy roads. It don't detect the lines as well, but I think for me, I think it would be really well on an interstate or a super straight road to where you're just going one speed. You're not really turning a whole lot. So I think that's probably what it's made for, but it's a super cool feature. You can also turn it off here on the steering wheel. So if you hit this button right here on the steering wheel, as you can see, it'll go away and then you can turn it back on. It's assisted steering. It's pretty cool of a feature. If you don't like it, then you don't have to use it, obviously. But it's a pretty cool feature. So there's that. And then also down here, it tells you the time, the temperature outside, your miles per hour, even though you have a speedometer here, how many miles till empty, and then it has your mileage down there. And also another thing I found cool, which I wish I would have recorded, but after every trip, when you turn the car off, like let's say I go to town and come back, when I come back and turn the car off, it'll tell me the exact mileage that trip was, how many minutes it took me to get there, and how many miles it is. So, and the average speed, I think too, or the average mile per gallon, I believe. So it does do that every single trip, which is kind of cool because when I go to work, I don't know exactly how many miles I go to work, but now I do because it's just super cool. So I've really enjoyed that little feature because I'm weird and I like to know mileage. So yeah, that is everything on the dash. And then obviously you got your windshield wipers here. It's currently raining, so there's that. And then you got your little, you know, that's pretty standard there. But, and then on the steering wheel, you've got your regular buttons. This is for Bluetooth calling. You can go back, so if I hit this, it will, and you can also get your text up here. So that was a pretty cool thing that just happened. So there's that. You've got talk to text. You can push this button and talk, and it'll do whatever command. Pretty much like Siri, but for a car. Your volume here, your phone options, your back button, and then on this side you've got your assist buttons here, your cruise control, different modes that you can put it in, and then your skip button for the radio. And then over here, this is the coolest thing to me because I don't drive newer cars, but it has this. It shows you your gas mileage here, so it'll show you all your different gas mileage around here. You can go back to menu and it gives you all these options. So if you want audio, phone, your apps, you can project stuff on here from your phone. If you have this app installed, it will show up your map. So that's that, but I don't install it because it's just a rental. You can also go to your phone and like all your contacts will show up there. I'm trying to back it up so nobody sees any phone numbers or anything, but you can go to your favorites. You can go to keypad there and type in a number. It'll show you your call history. You can also see your messages on here. So like I just got that message and it'll read it to you.
Storm is coming. Bad one.
And it usually don't pop up here unless you are parked. So right now I am parked, but usually it won't pop up on here. It'll just read it to you. I'm guessing that is, you know, so people don't text and drive, that kind of stuff. So that is pretty much that. This is super cool. This is, you know, you can do auto. It's got all of your standard buttons here. You can move this up all the way, move it down, AC. You can pick your temperature. It does not have heated seats or anything like that, but that's fine with me. It's, you know, cloth, regular cloth seats, as you can see. But I love this like white interior right here, white leather interior. Oh, it's so pretty. But yeah, this stuff is pretty standard. You got your parking brakes, or your hazard lights, I'm sorry. You got those there. You got all of this up here. You can choose whether you want your lights to come on when you open the doors. I have that set. You can also flip both lights on. You can flip one on or the other one. This is also an SOS button, which I think connects to like roadside assistance and that kind of stuff. And then these nice little things, you know, this is pretty standard too. It's got a mirror there. It's got this little slider. And then it also has a light right above. So if I move this, then the light comes on, which is pretty cool. Also pretty standard, I think, for most places these days. So the mirror, the back seat, I've kind of junked it up a little bit, but cloth seats, super, super, super nice. I love this. Down here is the gear shift, and you could switch it to sports mode, and then your traction control there. And then it's got this, and I also think this is pretty cool. It's got an automatic parking brake. So as you will see, if I put this in reverse, the parking light goes off, and if I put it back up, then you can feel it release on the pedals and it'll automatically put it. I don't know what this button is. Haven't been brave enough to push it, but I did find this automatic parking brake pretty cool. It's pretty standard, cool feature, I think. So, yeah. Yeah, and you can kind of hear it. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I'll be very quiet this time, and you can hear the parking brake release. And then, I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but there's that. There is 2 cup holders here, which good old Keith didn't have any cup holders. So there's that. This is a super, super big dash under here, super huge. And then over on this side, the passenger side, it just has another cup holder in there and some space and then that kind of stuff. It also has a cup holder down here and a little bit of space. And then inside, it's got this little sliding thing here, so it'll slide up. Again, that's pretty standard for these days. And then in here, if you guys can see, it's got your cigarette lighter there, and it also has a USB thing here. So if you have multiple vehicles, and then it's just got some storage in there. Another thing I found pretty cool, and this is just, again, because I drove an older car, and my older car didn't have this, so this is probably pretty standard in most vehicles nowadays too. But if you look down here, so just below where the dash and stuff is, there is 2 other little ports here. One is a USB and one is an aux cord. You can't really see them because it's super dark, but there's a aux cord right up here, and then the USB right there where my phone's plugged in. And if I take this and I plug in my phone, so there, if I plug this in, it pops up as the CarPlay, which again, it's probably pretty standard for most cars these days that have like the USB stuff, but I drove a 95 car, so I didn't know. So it shows up on here as Apple CarPlay, and then it shows up all your songs, your playlist, pretty much your iPhone screen pops up on here. So it's got your apps over here. I don't know if you can really see, but it's got the iTunes app there. It's got your messages, so my messages will pop up from there. It's got your map, you can pop up. I'm not going to pop up the map well, it's going to pop up, but I'm not going to show you. But it's got your messages, your maps, your time, your Wi-Fi, because I'm sitting in the driveway right now, so it'll have that. And then it's got like a little home button, and then when you hit the home button, it pops up even more of your apps, and these are the exact iPhone apps, your podcast, your playlist, and these are the ones that can play through the car. So I can like go in here and call somebody, or I can hit the home button, go back, go in and play music, you know, go in, hit a song, whatever, and then it'll play through and it pops up like that. You're broken down and tired, and then you can go back, you can go to your messages. Right now, because I am sitting still, it will pop up my messages. Okay, well, maybe it's not going to pop them up, but normally it would. I'm not going to wait for it. But see there, it pops up some kind of stuff, and then you can go in and check your messages. You can also go back to now playing. This is the Toyota app that I don't have on my phone. You can go to podcasts. Whoops. You can go to podcasts there, and it'll pop up with all your podcasts. Here's a lot of the podcasts I've been listening to right now. But it's basically just projects your iPhone screen onto this like touchscreen tablet type radio in here, and it's super cool. I have enjoyed playing with it. I drove a 1995 car. Mine was a 1995 Chevy Beretta, and you know, I didn't have all these cool features. I did have a 2015 Kia a long time ago. I bought it brand new, so I bought it in 2015. But that's the last time I drove a newer car. And, you know, it had a lot of these features, but it didn't have the Apple CarPlay, and there's a lot of things that has happened in the last couple years as far as vehicles and technology and that kind of stuff. So it had some newer features back then, but now it's even newer, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I just wanted to show you, this is kind of what it looks like with the Apple CarPlay. I usually leave it on that, and then if I want to change the song while I'm driving, I'll go in and, you know, just hit that button and it'll change, and it kind of shows you like the album covers behind it, which is kind of cool. And then if you want to, you know, go back to regular stuff, you can just hit the home there and it'll take you back to your normal regular stuff, and you can go and do whatever else. But I just thought it's a super cool car. I've been enjoying driving it. It's just super nice. I love this thing, and I will get out and show you guys a full view of it. I also, when I take it back, I'll probably film taking it back and show you it all clean, because I've kind of junked it up, but I've got to clean it before I take it back. But it's super nice. I love this car. I love the color of it. I wish it was mine permanently, but it's not. It's just a rental. But I still wanted to show you guys, because I will never have a car this new. So it's literally a 2020, and it's not even 2020 yet. So it just blows my mind that I have a car this new, even if it is just a rental. But I wanted to show you guys, so I'm going to hop out and show you the outside, just show you what it looks like, and show you the car seats and all that kind of stuff, and then I'm going in the house and start editing these videos and dealing with insurance. This week has been crazy, but I will show you guys what this car looks like. Also, this is what the key look. It is not a keyless entry car. It's got this little flip key up here. So yeah, in case anybody was wondering, it does have a key. It doesn't have a little button. Let's see if I can get this thing back down. There we go. But it does have a key, and not like a keyless entry type thing. So it does have the regular ignition. So here is the front of it. It actually super nice. Love this color. but it's raining, so I'm sorry, I'm trying to cover it. But this is what it looks like. Super, super, super nice. And then this is what the seats look like. Again, super, super nice. The back seat's kind of trashed right now, but super, super nice. Not leather seats, regular cloth seats. It also has the pool gas switch. So there's that, and super, super nice. Love this white leather interior. It's just, it looks so good in this car. And then there's the door. So yeah, there is my car for right now. Yoder.